Hi guys! Today we're going to do a video on some jumps and jump exercises. These may be some new things that you haven't tried before, but give it your best shot and we're here to help if you need it.
Before starting these exercises, go ahead and do a 5 to 10 minute warm-up. You could do some jump rope, jogging, dynamic stretching, or go back and check one of our previous videos for any other ideas.
Today we're going to start with the basic landing position. We really want to focus on making sure that we have our toe, our knee, and our chin in line. We're going to do both legs, so you can start with whichever one you want to first. We're going to start by working on doing a quick landing position. So ready and land. Back together and land. Back together and land. Great. Now we're going to switch to the other side. Again, we're going to focus on having our toe, knee, and chin in line.
Now we're going to do that same exercise where we attack our landing position and then bring our feet back together and then out nice and quick and then back together.
Now we're going to do our basic landing position while hopping backwards. So first get in your landing position and then you're going to hop up and down on the ball of your foot. We're going to be doing this both directions back and forth.
Now we're going to practice coming out of our air position into our landing position. So start in a nice tight backspin and then jump up and out and hold your landing. We're going to try this a few times and we're only going to do it on our dominant side. So start in your backspin position. Now I'll show a demonstration for the back to fronties, so make sure you start in your backspin position and then jump out.
Now we're going to do something I call the itchy leg position. We're going to start with our arms in a checked position, and then we're going to bring our leg to the number 4 position. Then we're going to bring our arms in while we push our leg down, and we're going to pretend we're itching our leg. Make sure you have your knee pointed to the front and that you're bringing your elbows in when you pull in your arms. Now let's do this a few times on our dominant side. Now we're going to do our itchy leg position while hopping. We'll first do 2 hops, and then we're going to close our leg and itch it on the 3rd. Let's do this a few more times.
Now we're going to work on a snapping exercise to help make our jump rotations quicker. So we're going to start with our feet square and our arms out to the side, and then we're going to twist and rotate 45 degrees or just a quarter turn. So start square and then twist nice and quick, bring the legs in close, and then repeat this a few times. Really work on quickness. Now that you've got the twisting motion down, try the same thing but bring your arms in nice and close as you twist your legs. Now we're going to do the same concept but add a jump. So we start facing forward, we're going to jump up in the air, twist, and then finish facing forward. Try to get your legs crossed really tightly. Now we're going to do some straight up and down jumps. If you rotate the counterclockwise direction, you'll start with the left arm in front, bring arms in nice and close to your body, and then check your landing with the left arm in front again. Make sure you bend your knees before you jump and rock all the way to your toes. We're going to do 5 of these straight up and down jumps. Now we're going to add some rotation to this. So we're going to start with 4 quarter turns, then do 2 half turns and 1 whole turn. Now we're going to do the same thing but the opposite direction. So if you did counterclockwise last time, we'll put our right arm in front and we'll do the clockwise direction. But first we're starting with 5 straight up and downs. Now add the rotation starting with 4 quarters, then 2 halves, and then 1 whole. Now we're going to do some scissor jumps, and we're only going to do this our dominant direction. So if you go the most common way or counterclockwise, you're going to scissor your left foot across your right foot. If you go the opposite direction, then it'll be your right foot in the front. And do the same thing with your arms like we just did with the other jumps. So 5 scissor jumps first. Now we're going to add the rotation like we did before with 4 quarter turns, then 2 half turns, and 1 whole turn. We're going to try some split snap jumps now, only our dominant direction. So we're going to jump straight up, bring our legs away from each other, and then land into our backspin position with arms in nice and tight. Try this 3 times. Now we'll add the rotation, so we'll start with 4 quarter turns, 2 half turns, and 1 whole turn.
Do an Axial Takeoff skip. First, we want to make sure that when we take off, we bend our knee over our toes and pull our leg all the way through to our H position. So here we're going to bend and skip up. We're only going to do this on our takeoff leg. We also want to make sure we bring our arms through on the jump. Warm up our basic waltz jump. We're going to make sure that we do the same big H position that we just did on those skips. Be sure to bend on the landing positions and you can hop if you need to. We are going to show a few different variations of takeoff entries.
This is a fun exercise to try to make sure that you're jumping up and over on your waltz jumps or axles. We use towels, but you could use textbooks or cardboard boxes.
Now we're going to do an axle walk-through exercise. We're going to take off like our waltz jump, land with our foot in front, and check our axis, close everything, hop one rotation, and check out for landing. Here I'm going to do the same thing, but the other direction for our skaters that jump the other way. Now let's do these a few times, and as you get the hang of it, you can start doing the movement a little bit faster. Now we're going to do some off-ice axles. You can try it from standstill, side to hops, or a running skip entry. Remember that an axle is 1.5 rotations, so that when you take off forward, you need to be landing backwards. Also, try to make sure you're really checking your landing positions. Bend your knee and stretch out those arms. Now we're going to warm up our off-ice Southouse. Now to do the 3-turn off-ice, we have to do a hopping entry. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop to backwards, check our arms, hop to forward, and jump like a waltz jump. Make sure that you're still bringing your knee through to your H position and that you try not to swing your legs around too much. Here I'll do a demonstration for our skaters that go the opposite direction.
Now we're going to try some double Southouse. We're going to do the same takeoff we did on the single. So we jump backwards first, then jump forward, and then jump for an axle. Now we're going to show you a few different ways to try toe loop off the ice. So first, Tara's doing the traditional inside 3 for her toe loop, and then I'm going to show the toe wally, which is an outside 3-turn, change feet, tap, then jump. And now Tara's going to do another entrance where you hop around on your skating leg in a circle, and then tap, and then go for the toe loop. It's harder to slide the foot through off the ice than it is on the ice, but you still want to try to tap and slide your skating leg through and bring your H position up nice and big. Here is a demonstration of a toe loop for our back to fronty skaters, and make sure no matter which way you jump that you check your arms after the 3-turn. Now we're going to try some double toe loops, and you can do this from whichever entrance you prefer. Just make sure you check after the 3-turn and bring your skating leg all the way through.
Now we're going to warm up some single loop jumps from different entries. First, we'll take off from 2 feet and land on 1 foot. You can also hop in an open backspin position and then pull in for a loop jump. Here, Ashley does a half turn on 2 feet and then pulls in for a loop jump on 1 foot.
Now I'm going to demonstrate the different loop entries for our back to fronties.
Now we're going to do some double loops from these same entries. Try to get as much rotation as possible.
Now we're going to try some flip jumps. So we're going to do our 3 turn and tap, slide our skating leg through as we pivot on our tapping foot and jump. So make sure that you slide and pivot until you're facing forward and then do the jump. Once you get the sliding and pivoting motion down, then you can try the jump a little bit faster. And here's a demonstration for our back to fronties.
For the double flip off ice, we add an extra hop. So after your 3 turn and tap, you're going to hop and bring your feet side by side, and then you're going to jump like a loop jump. Try this a couple times with the singles before moving on to the double rotation.
Now we're going to try some Lutzes, and we're going to start with the back crossover, switch our arms, pick up our outside foot, reach and tap, slide and pivot just like the flip, and then jump. Lutz is very similar to flip. Just remember that for the Lutz we take off an outside edge. Flip is inside edge. And here's a demonstration for our back to fronties.
For our double Lutzes off ice, we will do the same takeoff that we did for the double flips by adding the extra hop. Now we're going to put together some of the jumps we just did into jump combinations. Here, Ashley does a double toe, double toe. You can also do a double sow, double toe. Remember not to jump too close to the wall as these jumps require more room.
Here is a double flip, double toe combo.
You can also try any of these jumps with an arm variation.
Great job, guys. You were killing it out there today. Don't forget to like and subscribe our YouTube page, and now you can follow us on Facebook.